Hello pilots. I'm going to show you how to use your D-scan in a bit of a ninja way to find the moons where there's a lot of orcas. We started up this new corp, US Fed, or United Stellar Federation, and one of the things we do is we sit in zero point 0.5 space, we mine a lot of moons, but sometimes people don't want to tell you about their moon. So this is the easiest way to find them without using a combat scanner. You can take any ship at all. I'm using this little shuttle that I have here, and you hop out into space. It's best when you see you've got a lot of people in local, because when there's a lot of people in local in a 0.5, it means that there is more than likely a moon going on. Here we don't really have a lot of people. My home system rather, was completely dead, so I left that alone. But yeah, we've got a few people. More than likely some of them are out mining, so let's see how we can do this. What I'm going to do is open up this scanner over here, the probe scanner, and you'll see this green area. Now this green is basically the range which your D-scan is working, which is just over 14 AU. And I've got my D-scan here on this side. Now what I recommend is you set it to PvP. This restricts a lot of things, so now it's only really going to show structures and ships and that sort of thing. If I have it on all, then it can get a bit too cluttered. So we're going to keep it on just PvP. And I'm going to hit my V for D-scan. Now it's scanning everything in this range, and I can see that it hasn't found anything. But this is only covering this part of the system. So there's a lot of stuff happening here in the middle. So all I have to do is pick a location out here, and I'm going to go ahead and warp. And now we'll see this green sphere move with it. Okay, so now I'm covering a much broader area. You'll actually see, like, when these things are circled, it means that it's inside the D-scan range. So now when I hit V, now I can see way more stuff. There's a lot of Athenors. I'm not interested in those. Here we go. Here's two orcas. Let's see if we can hunt down these orcas. They might be at the same site. They might be at belts. I honestly have no idea. Yeah, basically what we're going to do now is we need to narrow down in which area, which one of these places are they at. So if you have a look at your D-scan, you can see you've got angle. Now I'm going to drop my angle right to the very bottom. And now, instead of having this big green sphere, you can see I've got a tiny little cone. Now the trick is that you hover the mouse over one of these things and you hold Alt. And Alt makes you look at, and you'll see that it turns the camera around. And so now my D-scan is only looking at this one area. So if I hit V again, now I'm D-scanning whatever's here. And the only thing that this picks up with the PvP filter is the Raitari. So I can go ahead and I can look around. And now I'm picking up two things here because they must be perfectly in line. But that's, you know, I don't really care too much about that. Because there is no orca. So let me have a look at this. Alright, so now we can see that the orcas are somewhere in this area. If you get a case where this is scanning two things, what you can then do is reduce the range until you're only viewing the one that you want to have a look at. It's usually not necessary. Okay, now what I'm going to do is zoom in. And now you can see that we've got a lot of things in this area. So if I hold down Alt and I select each one, you can see it's covering the whole area because this cone is too big. So the next step is to warp to this thing that's right in the middle, and then we'll take it from there. Alright, so now I've warped in. My ship's right in the middle here. I've got the angle on as small as I can go, and now I can go ahead and hold Alt, and you'll see that only one thing is now displaying as green. So I hit V and I check. Okay, it's not there. And basically, yeah, this is all I'm doing, is I'm just D-scanning these different things, and I'm looking for, what's this? No, that's not it. Come on, where are you guys? Okay, there we go. I can see there's one orca and one porpoise in this area. And what is here? Well, see, I can see the name of the station. So let me just scan again, see if they're still there. Yeah, they're still there. They're still hanging out. And just zooming out just to make sure I'm not accidentally hitting anything else. No. And now what we do, ladies and gentlemen, is we right click and we go ahead and have a warp, and then we can have a quick look. Alright, so I have arrived over here, and let's have a look at our D-scan. Gonna open up the angle again, and now I can see I'm very close, and from this point I can actually even look at the orca and see where he is, and the porpoise. Ah, you see these sneaky guys here? They've been hiding a moon from us. And now I can just go and warp right into the moon. I could even save a bookmark from here, do whatever I want. It's not a bad idea to have a look and see what they're mining. And from here I can now advertise to the rest of my corp and say that I found something. That's basically it, guys. Just remember, you start off with a D-scan by going into the probe scanner. Just make sure you angle, you're basically looking at the full net, and then you warp around inside the system to make sure you've scanned the whole area. If you find some orcas or a bunch of skiffs or whatever looks like there's mining activity, then you narrow it down to a region, and then you zoom right into it and you start scanning each moon until you find it. The more you do it, the quicker you get. After a while it just takes a few minutes and you can scan down a whole system and find out where the mining's going on.